I want to thank y'all for coming today. We're going to cover a few things short and quick. We are coming to the end of the first 9 weeks. End of the 9 weeks is Friday. Grades are due by noon Monday because they are going home Thursday the 12th. Everybody, questions?
Grades
Comments?
due Monday at noon.
Yes.
I'm in by faith, but mine already in.
I have created this. This is something that other schools are sending out to explain the ES, Ns, and Us that we are now doing for conduct. I did not copy enough for your whole class, but I did copy them to give each teacher one. You can send these home with a first report card. Maybe it'll help some of the questions, some of the comments. I know after progress reports went home the 1st of September, there were some questions on it. So you can take one, pass it, and use this to send home. Just attach it to it with the other documents that are required. I have also went ahead and copied the conduct chart for second 9 weeks, which begins next Monday. I've put fall break. I've put when we get out for Christmas. I have put Veterans Day. They still haven't told us what day we will get out early for the parade. So I have not put that on there. Remember, K through 2 is 2 points per infraction. It didn't copyright. And 3rd through 5th is 5 points per infraction.
Is that like every week do they start over at 100?
Yes. So
Lord, we
you
got
can,
some zero ifs.
How are you ever gonna get
Yeah,
that?
but every week they get 98s and 90. I don't have anybody under the 90s,
I don't either.
and they're looking for.
But my prior time they mark it.
Sometimes if they've really gotten under my skin, I'll take off 10 points at one time. I'll put 1-C, comma, C.
any comments so far on grades, conduct sheets? Thank you, my helper. Okay, next thing. 2 weeks ago, we did the combined PE so you could have grade level meetings. Mrs. Williams and Mr. Baez got together and secured a sub for all of these days right here. You have 1 day every month but May. So on all these days right here, you will be taking 45 minutes combined PE. Coach will have a sub with him to help him cover the multitude of personalities. So you can go ahead and mark those on your calendar. You will get 45 minutes on these days here.
How will we know what time will y'all send us something?
Yes, we'll
sooner?
send you out something that day.
Closer, okay.
And I know that we've tried splitting 4th grade up for 2 days to make it easier on Coach. I know there was some conflict with Miss Wagner's schedule, so we're gonna.
And Miss Ransall
And Miss Ransall.
And
So, Mr. Baez and I are gonna get back together and try to refigure something that'll work out for everybody. Next, number 6, I have to do observations as part of my internship with the state of Alabama. My lady will be here on the 10th of October to observe me. And in order for her to observe me, I have to observe some of you. So those of you that Mr. Baeza is not covering this year in cycle will be Raines, Bunton, Simpson, Weaver, and Duke. I will come in, do the Elliott observations. I'm not observing you. I'm observing student interaction, student engagement amongst themselves. Are they on task? Are they using their peers to help them answer the questions, working together, doing what's required to gain the knowledge that they need? I don't know yet. I will give you, if you want to give me a time starting tomorrow to next Monday, it's like 2 30-minute time frames during reading or math, I'll go ahead and get them knocked out. But it's nothing towards you. It doesn't go in your permanent records with Mr. Baeza. It's something I have to do for the state. Okay, Alabama Power is coming Wednesday to do a presentation for K4 through 2nd. It will be in the lunchroom. We are putting K4 and kindergarten together. They are going to do a puppet show. They are going to give away some bike helmets. Not every student is getting a bike helmet. Okay, only a few will receive a bike helmet. So if you would like to prepare your sweet babies before we get up there and have a meltdown, would be great and wonderful. So there's like 2 to 4 per grade level. I don't know if they'll do 2 per homeroom or how they will do it. 2nd grade will go 8:45 to 9:20, 9:25 to 9:50 is first, and then 9:55 to 10:20 is kindergarten with K4. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, this will be the biggie, and I promise I will not take long. On the 20th, Miss Duke and I went to elevations training. For those of you who met with Miss Hilton today for your EL students, in the past we have always done the little sheets that she gives us in the yellow folder. We have to go in and we have to fill out their grades midterm, their grades into the 9 weeks, and the accommodations we are making for them. That has now changed beginning this school year. Everything is online. Most of you got an email Friday. Didn't get an email. If you have EL students, you should be receiving an email saying that you are required to go in and enter documentation. This is at www.elevation, 2 L's, stands for ELL, elevationeducation.com. You will create a login, go in, enter everything manually. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and log in to my account just to give you an example. Your username is always going to be your email address for the school, and then you will go in and set up your password.
What is it?
HM Crumpton. My Miss Nix gets it typed in at GCS. Each teacher is required to do this twice a month. Okay? Remind you, everything you put in here, this is a legal document. Okay? Please be professional. We don't want it to come back on us. Okay? I know little Johnny or Jose or whoever may have some problems that really get us, but let's be very professional about how we word things. 000 339579.
How do we create a login?
It will, on the packet I gave you, it gives you a website that will take you to it. Okay, this is my classroom. If I was in the classroom now, I have 3 students who have been tested. Only one of them is being monitored. The other 2 were tested and did not qualify. And I know this data shows that I have 2 being monitored, but that's incorrect. They're trying to get everything up to date on the system. 2 of mine that tested, Rispa and Tino, did not qualify for services. They scored high enough on the test, on the screener test, that they are not being tracked or receiving services. But I have 1, Eddie is. So I will have to go in twice a month and go in and put notes for Eddie's progress. You will do it at the middle of the 9 weeks and the end of the 9 weeks. You do not have to go retroactive back to the first 5 weeks of school. You will start with the report cards that come out next week and enter that documentation and go forward. In the package you received, it gives you a lot of information about activities. This has lesson plans in it. It has activities that you can use whole group for everybody. Anybody that is struggling will benefit from the activities that are listed in this website. You just have to make sure that you are using it and you are documenting for the students that you have. If you'll click this, but never. If you have multiple students, you can go in and create groups. You can go in and do notes. That's where you stay very professional. You can go in and get stuff through resources. If you will hit my students, Miss Nix. This shows you what grade they're in and their scores across the board for when they did get their WIDA test. And then you can go in and click on the student individually. You want to click on Eddie.
And
It may not pull it up. They are entering everybody's students automatically. If they were just tested this year for any that are in kindergarten, they're not in here yet.
what does that say?
Are you supposed to click on the name instead of the
Let's see.
check mark?
They didn't have him in here when we did this. So I had no students at the day that we went to orientation to look at. Click his name and see if it'll pull up. There it goes. And then this will go in and show you once again his levels, his targets. And then you can go on down. And then this gives you his demographic information. Okay? I know most of you, did you want to go over?
You want to talk about like their past performance against them, little chart, and you can
Yes.
highlight it so it shows individual ones.
Yes. I don't have this one on mine because Eddie's a new student. He's not new, but he's new to the program. This is one of Miss Duke's students. It will monitor them for 4 years. Even if they test out, their information will stay in this system. So you can always pull it up. For one of Miss Duke's students, you can see the progress they have made over the years. So this is gonna go with them all the way through high school. This would be what an ideal situation looks at if you have one come in at kindergarten and they get tested and then they go all the way through the school years until they test out. Ms. Hilton told us today they have to have a 4.8 to test out, and then they're monitored for 4 years. So, and a lot of it that we've talked about when we were in our workshop is writing, and I know that's something we're working on as a school this year is writing. So it's not only our EL students that are not, sufficient at writing, it's our regular students too. So this is gonna give us activities that we can also use with our regular ed students, not just our EL students, to help improve our writing skills. So, but y'all can look at that if y'all have any questions. We are gonna do another training on it. They have said the next half day, but the next half day is not until March, which is gonna put us right at when they start spring testing. So it really wouldn't benefit us on the information. So once Ms. Duke or I hear of the next date, then we'll get with you on it. If you have any questions, let Ms. Duke or myself know. Anybody so far?
I don't know where to go to sign up, to log in.
Okay. We'll get it pulled up.
What if we didn't get an email?
You did not get an email. Do you have any EL students?
Yes.
Okay, then they may still be getting them in this system. Because when we went to this training on the 20th, Eddie had just been tested the week before and had not been put in the system yet. So it may take a while. If not, if you will look in your packet. And sorry, I stapled these at the bottom of the page. My corners were bent down and I was afraid it wouldn't feed correctly. You will look right here, type this in, BIT, exactly the way it is on page 3.